and welcome back, Oasis. I am that one guy for never coming at you from the Omaticaya tribe, bringing you our second event video. It's great to be back, folks. Thank you so much for having us. Before we get started, guys, I want to give some major shout-outs to some people who really helped us out, get up and running, and supported us. So first off, I want to give a shout-out to our admins, Grizz, Eugene, Cyclone, and the rest of the management staff for their support, getting us up and operational. Really, it's thanks to them that we're even allowed to do this for you guys. So please be sure to give them some love. This is a great community, and it's honestly thanks to all their hard work that we're here today and able to have just this great place for everyone to be. So moving on, I want to give a shout out to Cyclone for our very first video. She partnered with us for the Snow Owls. So thank you, Cyclone. That was awesome. Evil Dino Killer, Cannonball Moth, thank you for attending our first happy hour event. We hosted a happy hour event, guys, last weekend. You were able to come. We would give you a tour of the whole facility. And at the very end of it, we gave away some freebies. So thank you guys for attending. And another shout out for Wet Cat, our very first customer. Wet Cat, thank you so much. You stopped by for some kibble and patronized us. We really appreciate it, guys. Looking forward to serving a lot more of your needs. So, folks, let's get right into it here. I'm going to take you into the restaurants at Thule Canteen, and we're going to do our item spotlight. So we really thought about this, guys. With Crystal Isles coming out, we really wanted to think about what is going to be useful to you guys. So the item we're going to talk about today is Lazarus Chowder. Now, of course, I didn't have the Lazarus Chowder in my inventory, but that's okay. I'm going to go down in here and get it. Bear with me, folks. All right, we got some Lazarus Chowder. Now, folks, for those of you who don't know, Lazarus Chowder, in my opinion, is a strongly underrated item. It's something that is effective all the way through end game, but extremely useful early and mid game. So a pretty simple thing to make, guys. It's mainly cooked meat, savor root, which is the potatoes in the game, fiber, mijo berries. It's pretty simple to make. But what you do when you consume this item, you're going to see in the bottom right corner that a 600-second timer goes on. So for 10 minutes, you have this effect. And what it does is a few different things. First off, while this is under effect, when you're swimming, your oxygen depletes much, much slower. And I mean a lot slower, folks. So even at base stats of 100 oxygen, you can stay underwater for almost 5 minutes. That's insane, because normally it's less than 30 seconds. Now, if you boost your oxygen up a few levels, you're going to notice significant gains. You could actually stay under there for a very, very long time. If you got your oxygen up to, say, 300, you would be under there for a very long time. The next thing that this consumable does is it reduces your stamina depletion whenever you're underwater. And it actually does it to such an extreme that you never lose stamina when swimming. Altogether, this makes swimming just so much easier. You're not going to get exhausted. You're not going to have to surface all the time. It's just extremely great. Now, there's some things that you can do with this, especially early on, that's going to make your life so much better. Pearl dives. So silica pearls, black pearls. They're much, much easier to get with this consumable. A lot of times you guys are going to notice that these pearls are just out of your reach with base oxygen stats. And even if you boost your oxygen just a couple levels, you're going to find that a lot of times you're going to start dying from not having any oxygen. So it gets a little sketchy quick. But make one of these up, and it's easy time, easy sailing. Now, another thing you can use this item for, it makes water tames so much better. So you're going to start noticing when you start going for your first megalodon, your first water dino, you're going to find that it's very inconvenient having to pop up to get oxygen all the time. In fact, it can get you killed sometimes. So grab a Lazarus Chowder, go under there, make your tame nice and easy, get it penned up, or if you want to just tame it out in the wild, either way, whatever you like to do, this is just going to make your life so much better. To be honest, guys, I really think scuba is overrated. Unless you're planning to stay underwater for some significant periods of time, it's really unnecessary. And you're going to find that scuba is very expensive to repair. Once you're down there a lot, especially getting higher tier scuba, the repair costs do get to be quite expensive. So I want to show you this real quick, guys. I have a map up here for you. So for those of you who don't know, the new fan-made map, Crystal Isles, this is it. As you folks can see, there's a lot of water there, wouldn't you say? There's a lot of water there. I can guarantee you that at some point you will be taking a dip. And when you're doing so, you're definitely going to want to bring some Lazarus chowder with you. Because as you can see, there's a lot of water towards the middle of the map, not the deep seas on the outside. So for exploration there, it's not really necessary for you to bring heavy hitters like your Tusotususes, your Megalodons, your Mosasaurs. So I think that for that map, this is going to be just an excellent item for you. Now, the second function of this, back here to the game for you, the second function of Lazarus Chowder, when you guys start making kibbles, you're going to be using this item quite a bit because you use this item to make the best kibble in the game, exceptional kibble. It's one of the core ingredients to making exceptional kibble. The other main ingredient is going to be special tier eggs. So definitely hit us up for Lazarus Chowder, folks. We've got a whole bunch of it made up for you. Now, the next thing I want to get into is going to be our dino spotlight. So again, thinking about Crystal Isles, thinking about all that water, we wanted to bring you guys something very special to make your lives a little bit easier. Over here, I got something very nice made up for you. Baryonyx. Now, to be honest, guys, early game, mid game, these are one of my favorite dinos. If you manage to get your hands on a Baryonyx early game, let me just tell you, your life is set. You will love this guy. And to be honest, he's fantastic, even into the late game. Because of his size, the Baryonyx can actually get into most caves in the game, and with his sizable health pool, stamina, and damage output, he can easily take on most creatures in most caves. He's a great little buddy for that. Now you're going to see, guys, we did breed up some nice little colors for you here. Got a hot magenta on the belly, orange stripe. A little hard to see, but if you look up there, we got a razor blue on the spines on the back. Pretty little guy for you. So I'm going to take one out. I'm going to show you some different things that this guy can do. Now, what makes a Baryonyx so fantastic, folks, is they are great on land and sea. As you can see here, running speed is quite nice. It's not slow at all, especially compared to some of those early mid game tames. And to be honest, if you push A, you can jump. Any dino that can jump is always better. Wouldn't you agree? Now, we're going to move here to the water, and you're going to see what really makes this guy special. So you'll notice that most dinos in this game are extremely slow swimmers. Well, not the Baryonyx, folks. Baryonyx has very respectable speed. He's very agile, and because of his small speed, or his small frame, he has great turning radius. He's very quick. Being a little bit smaller, you're really not going to have to worry about jellyfish. As long as you stay out of their path, you can easily navigate around them. They're really not much of a threat as long as you're paying attention to where they are. Now, what does make the Baryonyx a true treat in the sea is his spin attack. So I'm trying to find a dino here for you guys, something that I can kill. And of course, the sea's a little barren here, but it is what it is. Well, I'll just showcase for you guys. So if you find something, like say this little fish here, left trigger does a spin. Now, if that thing had had any health at all, what would have happened is that dino would have been stunned. Oh, here we go. We got a Megalodon over here. I want to show you guys truly just what a treat this guy is. If you guys are paying attention, see how my oxygen level isn't going down either? It's great. Left trigger, dinos up to the sides of Megalodons. You stun it, can't do anything. And then you can make very, very quick work out of them. As you can see, I'm doing damage in the 600s. This Baryonyx here isn't even anything special. I did not imprint him. I have not boosted melee through breeding, and he's not even that well leveled. So I've gotten Baryonyxes easily to 1500 plus damage before. It's extremely attainable, which at that level, I mean, you're actually competing with some of the better tames in the game, but in such a small package. Now, Baryonyx actually has some pretty respectable stats in general. Let's take a quick look there. As you can see, I did get this guy up to 25,000 health. That is a really nice place to be. You can go even higher, especially if you're going to do deep sea dives with this guy. You're going to do cave dives. Health's important. That way you can just keep tanking hits as you go through. I would recommend getting stamina up, especially if you're going to be going for long excursions, especially deep sea. This thing does not use oxygen, which is fantastic, but it does deplete stamina as it goes. So get that stamina up so you don't have to worry about dismounting to regenerate. Melee damage is going to be the next most important thing. Boost that thing up as high as you can get it. I would say with these server stats, I would get your weight up just a little bit. I have mine up to 1,000 because as you're killing things, all of this meat does start weighing down. Trophies weigh you down. Just a little less management, and you can carry some things with you. Like, let's just say I was going to go down there and I was going to tame myself a plesiosaur, or you're going to be bringing some taming equipment with you, and all that stuff weighs stuff. So overall, I mean, Baryonyx is going to be a great dino for you guys. And like I said, end game, take him into cave runs. He is very, very effective. He can be taken into most caves in the game. So, guys, I want to just wrap it up here a little bit, take you back into the restaurant. All right, folks, thanks for your patience here. So we really appreciate you guys sticking with us for this video. Oh my, look at that. Sorry about that, guys. What are we going to do, though? But thank you guys for sticking with us around for the video. If you're interested in picking up some Lazarus chowders or our Baryonyx, please reach out to us. And don't forget, we are making kibbles, recipes, and other consumables that were not shown in this video. So please reach out to me with what you're looking for. And remember, folks, everything we're giving out is free. We just work on tips. Can't wait to see you guys on Crystal Isles. Good hunting.